Hello, magical butterfly. I felt really called to dive deep into a question I heard for twin flames. Why is it so hard to manifest twin flame union? It is a very easy asked question with a very complicated answer. So I'm going to make a collective video to dive deep into the subject of this question. I'm going to pull some cards after I channel some messages, bring forth a lot of guidance, things that I have learned personally with my own twin flame connection, sharing personal experiences. Because I just feel twin flames get a bad rap because a lot of people think the twin flame journey, the twin flame connection, is solely about coming into union with your twin flame. But the twin flame journey is essentially about coming into union with yourself, finding your purpose, your path. And yes, your twin flame is a part of it. Your twin flame helps you awaken. Your twin flame helps you grow as a person, and you do the same for them. But twin flame union is something you both have to choose and you both have to physically manifest. And there's a lot of things that go with that maybe I feel that aren't talked about enough, or at least in the twin flame videos that I have watched when I started my journey. So I just feel with the downloads and just what I'm channeling now for twin flames, I just feel called to share that. So this is going to be a general twin flame video. I want you to sit back, relax, close your eyes if you feel guided to, allowing the messages to come forth as they're supposed to, as spirit intends, taking just what speaks directly to your soul and releasing what doesn't. And if for any reason, if something in this video triggers you, I want you to know that that is not the intention behind this video. The intention behind this video is to bring forth guidance, to help you find clarity. If something triggers you, you can email me about it. You can drop a comment. I would be happy to make a video to discuss more about what your trigger is, or if you feel called to work with me on a personal level. I do offer services for twin flames. I have a twin flame energy check-in. It's a 45-minute pre-recorded reading where I will dive deep into your twin flame connection. I offer twin flame coaching sessions. You can jump on a Zoom call with me, or I have a twin flame soul activation, which is a guided meditation where I work to activate your chakras and just help you gain clarity to activate what's blocked within you. I also have a twin flame group coaching membership. It's a monthly membership. So all of that information is in the description box below. So let's dive deep into why is it so hard to manifest twin flame union. So if you have been on the twin flame journey for a while, you are getting signs, synchronicities that remind you of your person. You're seeing their name, their initials, angel numbers, they're speaking to you through songs. All of the signs and synchronicities that you're getting are tied to 5D energy. But in the 3D doesn't match it. So there's something that is just missing. There's a big question mark. So the best thing for you to do to uncover what is behind that question mark, what that question mark means, is to essentially go back to the beginning. Meaning, when you met your twin flame, go back to the beginning, the day you met them, the day you saw them. And I want you to really think back to that day. Just think back to where you were, what you were doing, the place you were in your life. Were you awakened, unawakened, distorted? And these are the questions you want to ask yourself to understand where you were. The first question is, how open to love were you? Meaning, were you looking for love? Did you swear off partners? Because I can tell you, the day that I met my twin flame, I did not want love. I had dated somebody months before he walked into my life, and it didn't work out. I was mad at myself because I didn't listen to the red flags. I knew after the first date this guy wasn't the one for me, but I kept trying to make him be a boyfriend when I knew he wasn't right for me. And then eventually I had to end it because I couldn't get past the obstacle. This guy just, he was a nice guy, but he just wasn't a connection for me. He wasn't a vibrational match for me. So I was not open to love. When I met my twin flame, I had it with the dating scene. I just wanted to just be with myself, to just make it about me, spending time with my friends, having just a great life. I knew that there was a journey I was going to be taking, but I had no idea what that journey was. And this was 5 years ago. Well, actually, I take that back. This was 6 years ago, because it's been 6 years since I've met my twin flame. So I was just sitting in a coffee shop and he walked in, and it was like I got punched in the gut, and a lot of things awakened for me. I was interested. I was smitten with him. I didn't understand why all of these feelings were coming up, because I never truly understood what a soulmate was. I didn't understand what having a past life connection was with somebody. And I was not open to love. The answer to the next question for my mindset, it was negative. And you can be honest about that, because that's why I put the little note, be honest, it's just you. Because my mindset was negative. I thought I was being positive, because that's what I was telling myself. But I wasn't being positive because I was negative, because I was closed off. So I was completely closed off to love. My heart chakra was closed. It had a wall around it, like guards, a moat, sharks. I was like I had it. So maybe you were in that same space as me, or not as drastic. Maybe you have a different story to tell. So this is where you ask yourself, how open to love were you? You can honestly look back at yourself and see where your blocks were. And there's nothing wrong with reflecting back on your old self prior to the twin flame journey starting, because you were a completely different person then than you are now. And I see that for myself. Like, I was not open to love. I was not even open to my spiritual gifts, my psychic abilities. That all came in after I met my twin flame. So see how I said earlier, your twin flame awakens you to yourself, your true purpose, your true path. And that's what I've been doing for the last 6 years, is I've just been finding my way, finding my path. And I'm finally able to be honest with myself, and being honest with myself and not judging myself, I'm able to share what I have learned. Because I truly feel when you can go back to the beginning and you can see it for what it was, not what you wanted it to be, you can see that yes, your twin flame may have done and said things, or maybe not acted or met your expectations, but you can also see your role in that. And if you can see your role in that and not get triggered or not think that you did anything wrong, because we're not pointing the finger, we're not saying who's right, who's wrong, because you both did right things and you both did wrong things. Because twin flames are a mirror to each other. We mirror back what we like about ourselves, and we mirror back what we don't like about ourselves. That's what our twin flame does. So I can tell you that because I was not open to love physically in my body, I thought I was open I thought I was open, but I was open in the 5D. So in the 5D, I could connect with him. The energy was beautiful. I felt him every single day. I got signs about him every single day, but nothing ever manifested in the physical because I was completely closed off to letting him physically come into my life. And yes, this has caused a whole shakeup in our connection because he is with another person, and I'm cool with that because I know he's happy. And I'm happy knowing he's happy because I'm happy because I found myself. And I know love is coming for me. I'm going to manifest a love relationship this year, and I am completely open to who it is. And one of the things with the self-love journey with twin flames is when you can get into where I'm at with the full surrender, you can just say, I am open spirit to whomever you have for me. I do believe this person is the one for me, but I'm open to it all. Because by saying you're open to it all, you're not fixating on one person, because when you are closed off to new people coming into your life, you are also closing out your twin flame from coming into your life. And that is one of the biggest lessons that I had to learn personally on the twin flame journey. So, asking yourself these questions is really going to help you understand how open to love you were. And if you aren't sure, you can start a twin flame journal. You can start writing down your feelings, going back to the beginning. You can even do heart chakra meditations or guided meditations. They will instantly tell you if your heart chakra is open or closed. Or like I said, if you want to work with me, book a twin flame service. Or if you want to focus on your heart chakra, I do offer a heart chakra energy session. It's a pre-recorded reading. You can just get that. Or you can get the one with the guided meditation that I'm going to create for you. So that's another option for you as well, because I am here to help people. And I want to get you some guidance now, because I just feel the Twin Flame Collective really needs guidance right now. So I chose to use the deck Ocean Dreams. It's a Mystic Oracle by Danielle Noel. It's a very beautiful deck. It's one of my favorites, and I'm going to pull some cards to get guidance for you, for the Twin Flame Collective, on just what Spirit wants you to know now. So this is present day guidance for you now going forward. What does the Twin Flame Collective, the viewer, need to know? And I'm also going to use the guidebook to help really just bring home these guidance messages for you. Alright, so I have two cards that want to come out. So the first one we have is Lunar Waters. So I am recording this the day after the new moon in Pisces. So the new moon in Pisces happened on March 10th, and Pisces is a water sign. It was the energy I channeled for this new moon was balancing your emotions and getting in touch with your feelings. So I feel twin flames were very affected by this energy, because you need to get in touch with your feelings, and that's why being honest with yourself about how open to love were you, what was your mindset, positive or negative, and then ask yourself, how open to love am I now? And what is my mindset? Is it still the same? Has it changed? So I had sirens go down my street, so that could be a sign for someone to really listen to yourself and listen to your instincts. Because this card essentially means living by the moon, natural rhythms, graceful feminine flow. So this is where you have to really tune into your feminine side. Whether you resonate with the divine masculine counterpart or the divine feminine counterpart, everyone has masculine and feminine energy. So really being able to tune into your feminine side is going to help you, because the affirmation that comes with this card is, I tune into the cycles of the moon. I honor the natural ebb and flow of energy. So the question for this card is, how can I follow a more natural rhythm and flow? So we talked about the heart chakra. Heart chakra is is the most physical chakra that we have in our body, because it's part of our heart, and our heart is essentially what keeps us alive. It keeps us beating, it keeps everything flowing, it keeps everything moving. Our heart is the main reason we are alive. It pumps the oxygen into our lungs. It keeps us being able to move forward. It keeps us active. So see your heart chakra as this beautiful green light. And that is a crystal green light, like when you see like certain bodies of water that are green or like bluish green, where you can see to the bottom. That is a complete open heart chakra. So the new moon in Pisces is telling you it's time to connect to your heart chakra, because connecting to your heart chakra is going to help you ask yourself the questions, and it's also going to help you bring yourself to the answers, because bringing yourself to the answers is essentially going to lead you to Lemurian waters. So Lemurian waters is about soul gifts, embodied alchemy, and abundance. So basically listening to yourself, your higher self, your intuition, listening to your heart. Because the affirmation with this card is, I am a conductor of many frequencies. I am reactivating new wisdom that quietly dwells within me. So listening to the frequency, listen to the beat of your heart. And I'm even hearing the song, Where Does My Heart Beat Now by Celine Dion. So I would give that song a listen if you feel called to, because that song has a special message for some of you watching this. Because the question that comes with this card is, what seeds of Lemurian wisdom now bloom within me? So a Lemurian is part of a spiritual, I guess you could say, waters. That's really what it is. Like it's like Lemuria is an ancient language that I know, and it's connected to understanding the knowledge that's rising within your veins. So like I said about the heart chakra pumps everything through your body. It's just see it as it's pumping the wisdom through your veins, letting your intuition know this is what it is. Water is cleansing. Okay? If you are a water sign, a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or your twin flame is, get connected to this element. This will help you shift into your feminine side, because you need to get into your feminine side to feel the energy that the new moon in Pisces brought in. And what is that going to do for you? What it's going to do for you, it's going to bring in open channel. So having an open channel means essentially an open heart chakra, because the open channel is about psychic powers, sensitive nature, self-realization, trusting your steps. The affirmation with this card is, I discern truth through all of my senses. I see beyond my earthly perceptions. Trusting your instincts, trusting your heart. Your heart connects to your mind, which is the third eye chakra. It's the triangle trifecta that I always talk about. Mind is third eye, body is heart, root is spirit, and in the middle is the solar plexus, what keeps it all together. So the question you want to ask yourself is, where do I need to extend my intuition more to help me come to a decision? So this is a question you ask yourself about your twin flame journey. Where do I need to extend my intuition to help me come to a decision? This is where you have to go back to the beginning, thinking about when you first saw your twin flame, you first met them, you first began this journey. Even if you have to go back to just reflect on certain things that come up, because there are things from the past that you could still be holding on to, that are still remnants of energy that are still tied to you, that you haven't let go, that is clouding your intuition, clouding your heart space from being able to open up. So, being able to be an open channel means having an open heart. And having an open heart means seeing and feeling things for exactly what they are. And seeing and feeling who people are, exactly who they are. And that's how you accept people for who they are, because see it as it being your source. So see how she's in water and she's got a beautiful rainbow behind her. Rainbows are about blessings. So source is telling you where is source? Oh, the source. So the source is telling you, meaning of the card, subconscious power, intuitive strength, the sacred rhythm of life, tapping into the self. Tap into you. The answers you seek are within you. This is what your twin flame connection, your twin flame, the journey, everything tied together is telling you. Because the affirmation that comes with this is every word is a spell, every thought is a thread, every person is a teacher, every shadow is a light. So let's break this down. Every word is a spell, meaning we manifest physically in our lives by what we speak, but we also manifest by what we think. Every thought is a thread. Your thoughts, your words, and your physical actions all have to match up to be able to bring in what you want to manifest. So here's the thing, when you are in the 5D with your twin flame where everything is beautiful, everything's great, union is there, but the 3D doesn't match the 5D, this is where a lot of people get stuck because there's a lot of fear. I think a lot of people are afraid to communicate and ask how they feel. And this is something I struggled with because I was very unsure about a lot of things, and I used to attract emotionally unavailable people. So I read this book called Attached. It is by Dr. Amir Levine. I have talked about this book before. You can actually, if you type in Google search Attached, Amir Levine, he spells his name Amirlevine. It'll take you to the site where the book's on Amazon. And this book teaches you about relationships patterns. So this book is probably a great tool for twin flames. I'm gonna link it in the description box below to make it easy. I'll link the site, and then you can get they have the Amazon linked on their website. But this book teaches you about relationship patterns. So I discovered I have an anxious relationship pattern. So I would create stories in my head when somebody didn't respond to me right away. And I realized I do that in all my, I've done that for years in all my relationships. And I would attract partners who were avoidant, who would just shut down, walk away, run away. So that's where the hot and cold energy comes. And then there's secure relationship attachments where it's people who can diffuse situations and find solutions. So even though I can resonate with anxious relationship attachment, after reading this book, I catch myself now and I can shift myself into a secure relationship attachment. And now I'm working on not attracting avoidant relationship attachments because I don't mesh with them very well. I'm looking more for a secure relationship attachment. If you're not understanding what I'm saying, I'll probably put like a post together just to give like the basics of these relationship attachments. Maybe I'll just put that on the community tab. And then you can see the link to that website. So I'll do that. It'll be in the community tab. So when you're watching this video, it'll already be posted in the community tab. But I highly recommend this book because this book gave me such an eye-opening. And the question that the source brings you is, where is my power sourced? Your power is sourced through you. Your power is sourced through understanding who you are, how you tick, how you operate, how you attract. And if you're not liking what you're attracting, you can change it. 100% can change it. You have to go within and you have to be honest with yourself. That's why in the beginning I said, be honest. It's just you. When you're journaling, nobody else is going to read it. Unless you want them to. But your journal is your sacred source for you to write your feelings, to journal your journey. So now I want to tap into how all of this can shift your twin flame connection. So how can all of this shift the twin flame connection for the collective, for the viewer, for twin flames? How can this shift the twin flame connection for the viewer, for you? Okay, the first card we have is the Wilding. And this deck that I'm using is the Lumen Edition Oracle by Threads of Fate. So, the Wilding. Just getting the message. Okay, when this card is pulled, it indicates a time to connect to the most primal parts of yourself. That's all I needed to hear. Detach from the 5D and attach to the 3D. You have to be physically present to shift your twin flame connection. Whether this brings in union with your twin flame or it doesn't, you must be physically present to manifest anything in your life. And by doing that, it is going to give you strength. You are going to find the strength to begin again, to start over. You're going to be able to go back to the beginning, because that's what I'm doing in my twin flame connection. I've gone back to where I was when I started. I see how far I've come, because sometimes you may not realize how far you've come when you're thinking, well, in the beginning we weren't together and we're still not together, or in the middle in the beginning we were together, but in the middle we weren't and we're still not together. When you see how much you have evolved as a person, you will see your connection. It will be night and day. And with the Revolutionary, you're going to be able to write your story. You're going to be able to give yourself essentially the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is that solo journey of fire. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We have Aries season coming up later this month. And Aries season is the first zodiac sign in the astrology calendar chart. So Pisces was the last sign, so now we're going back to the beginning with zodiac. So see how this all ties together. But what you have to do, divine feminine, divine masculine, you have to speak the truth, and you have to be 100% honest with yourself. You have to dare to dream that things can come true. I'm hearing fairy tales can come true, they can happen to you, but you have to get curious. You have to get curious about how you can release and how you can stand in your power. And for now, it might be best to simply be the observer. Observe your feelings, observe your triggers, observe what you like about the twin flame journey, what you don't like about the twin flame journey, what you like about your twin flame, what you don't. There's nothing wrong with getting a notebook, a piece of paper, and arguing both sides with the pros and cons. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. So you can shift your twin flame connection and just get it into a different space. And that's essentially what I did. I just didn't want to be stuck in the old energy. I didn't want to be stuck in the old ways. I completely surrendered and let go, and now I am in a completely different place where I am happy just being me, living my life, being physically present, and I'm seeing how my life is changing little by little. Now, it's going to change. It's not going to be fast. We're not going to do fast change like Knight of Wands. It's more going to be like Knight of Pentacles, and I'm cool with it, because I always tell myself patience was the biggest lesson that I learned, because I finally learned how to trust. And when you can be cool with the Knight of Pentacles, That means you're physically present in the moment, in the earth, because that's what Pentacles is. It's earth energy. You're physically present. Root chakra, grounded, letting you move forward, letting your heart tell your third eye, letting them work together with intuitive thoughts and intuitive dreams. Being able to manifest from a 3D physical standpoint, trusting that yes, I have this wish, I have this desire, and it's going to come to me, but I don't care how it's going to come to me. I don't care when it's going to come to me or where, what time. All I know is that it's coming and I am open. I am the observer. I am the receiver. I accept it and I welcome it. You have to be open to it. So when you can be open to love and have a positive mindset, you will be able to go back to the beginning when you met your twin flame. You will think back. You will see only the good. You won't reflect on the bad or focus on the bad. And you will be able to see how this connection has changed you for the better and has made you the best version of yourself. That is the true gift of the twin flame journey. Finding you. I do hope that this twin flame video has helped you and brought you clarity. If it did, please let me know. Drop a comment below, or if you would prefer to send something more private, you can email me. My email is listed below. It's butterflyintuition1111@gmail.com. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And if you are subscribed to my channel, thank you so much. Make sure you have the bell notification set so you can be notified when new content is posted on my channel. If you are interested in booking with me, go to the description box below. You can get my full list of services, my links on how to book, as well as all the ways you can connect with me outside of YouTube. Have a magical rest of your day, night, or afternoon. Thank you for being here. Sending you so much love.